Good morning, everyone. We are live on WFSB Plus. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Want to go more in depth with you. Of course, we're going to be talking about Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. Melissa is getting very close to making landfall. Just to give you a little perspective right now, it is the 8th strongest on record, just surpassing Katrina. The next strongest would be Camille. So it has been moving up there. It's based on the lowest pressure, the strength. So I want to show you first, before we get into kind of the graphics, just that live view that's going on out there right now. This is out of Kingston Harbor. You can see the ocean very angry there. The visibility is very poor. Things are moving around. Now, Kingston is on the far eastern side of where the actual eye will be making landfall. As we take a look at where the eye of this destructive hurricane is located. So you have the southwestern part of the island. You have Black River there, and you also have Bull Savannah. This is Savannah. This is getting very, very close. So the worst of the weather right now is impacting those areas, the southwestern part of the state. The eye wall is moving in as we speak. A lot of lightning around that eye. It is very strong. It is very healthy. So it's less than 30 miles away from making landfall. The eye itself, where the calmest weather is, you can actually see the ocean there through that view from space. That is stretching about 23 miles wide in diameter. So we have a lot of lightning strikes around it. Here's a look at the island as a whole, so you can see a little bit more in terms of perspective. You got Kingston farther off to the right, but they're going to get a ton of storm surge. They're still going to get a ton of rain. They could even see spin-up tornadoes. That happens on the eastern side with these feeder bands that are going into this major catastrophic hurricane. And, of course, we have in the direct path, unfortunately, we have as you can see, Mandeville, Montego Bay, in that zone, the western part of the island will see the absolute worst with this particular hurricane. So, again, this is going to continue its journey off to the north-northeast. There are those feeder bands we talked about on the far eastern side. So this is going to continue to lash the island all over it. But the worst of the weather is where that eye tracks, and that is going to be across the western part of the island. As we kind of take another view, this is also showing you the stats. And so you have Jamaica. You have, obviously, look how symmetrical. Those are all very tall thunderstorms around the eye of the hurricane. So the brighter the color, the taller the tops are, the colder they are. That's why we are seeing with this infrared imagery why it has those colors that you're seeing. 175 mile per hour winds, that's sustained. We have gusts over that's taking place. The pressure at 901 millibars is below the 902 millibars that Katrina dropped down to. So that north-northeast movement is happening now a little bit faster at 7 miles per hour. Let's take a look now if my clicker will work for me. There we go. So this is going to be making landfall later this morning, and we'll continue that journey across the island and really not weakening much at all. It's going to make a second landfall in eastern Cuba. This is going to be happening, as you can see, 2 a.m. Wednesday as a Cat 4. A third landfall, Turks and Caicos, the islands of some of the Bahamas, as a Cat 2. A fourth landfall as we look ahead towards Bermuda on Friday morning, and then finally weakening as it moves away from the United States. Now, what's ironic is we're going to have a system of our own. Not a hurricane by any means. It's an area of low pressure that's going to bring us some heavy rain and wind Thursday afternoon through Thursday night, prompting a first alert weather day. So we're going to see impacts to the evening commute especially. There could be some flooding, impacts to outdoor activities. The ironic part is, look at the connection between, we fast forward, you're looking at Thursday, 6 p.m. on First Alert Futurecast. Notice that plume of moisture. Well, it's being pushed backwards to the northwest from Melissa to that area of low pressure. That's going to enhance our rainfall. And so that's another reason the rain is going to be pretty heavy going into Thursday. Now, going forward, I know we're all like, okay, get to Halloween, Jill. What's going to happen on Halloween? We're expecting it to be breezy, but dry. So the rain is out of here. So that is what your Halloween forecast is looking like for trick-or-treating. The sun sets at 5:46, and we're going to expect those temperatures in the 50s, but it will be a little blustery out there. So plan on it being on the chillier than average side. And I just wanted to show you your First Alert 7-day forecast before we wrap things up here. We are looking at, the chance for shower is low, but not zero tomorrow. I think the icons look worse than what will actually pan out. Our main round of rain is happening Thursday afternoon, really ramping up on Thursday evening. A lot of bright colors are showing up on First Alert Futurecast, and we'll be showing you more on that live coming up on the noon news. But also, if you tune in to the news at 9 o'clock. We're going to be showing you, well, Scott will, that First Alert Futurecast of that heavier rain building in for Thursday going into the evening on Great Day at 9A. So, yeah, definitely tune in there. Tune in to Channel 3. Then on Friday for Halloween, the showers wrap up early. Will be windy, staying breezy over the weekend. We have the home game again. The Huskies playing a UAB. I'll actually be at that game, so say hi if you're there. And a chance for a shower, and not impossible on Sunday. But the other big story is, of course, we are going to be falling back, getting an extra hour of sleep, but sunset around 4:45 in the afternoon on a Sunday. So some changes ahead. So that is the way it is looking right now for us. We're going to obviously keep you posted on all platforms what's happening with Category 5, Major Hurricane Melissa, our First Alert weather day for Thursday, and any other local parts of our forecasts. And we're going to have more news coming up later too. So definitely tune in for Great Day at 9A for more updates on weather and news and some brighter, funner things going on across our state. All right, everyone, that's your latest live update on WFSB Plus. Take care, and we will talk again soon.